Welcome. I can't even get through it all the way. Q take over, man.
Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of From My Perspective. You already know it's your boy Mr. Bell, aka can't say your name up on this pod. Might not put you the mob. It's gonna be a very sensitive time for my dog here. You introduce yourself and then I can ask you the questions because you know they hear what you think. They don't care what I think, and I'm gonna try to be nice. I'm lying. I'm not. I'm gonna give it to you out of the ear. But what's up, Dion?
So, I'm your boy Dion, Cowboy fan at the moment. At the
Mm,
moment.
mm, mm,
Yeah, Cowboy fan, I'm your boy. It's got woken up from I was having a fire nap too. My phone blew up. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Yeah. I was
uh,
sleeping good, man.
Micah, we're gonna start it off. Micah Parsons has been traded to the Green Bay Packers for two first round draft picks in Kenny Clark from the Green Bay. Before we get into the details of the trade, just let's just be honest. How you feel?
I'm going to be honest with you, man. I did not think he was going to get traded. I'm like, man, this Jerry doing this Jerry crap, whatever. Just get this man signed. I figured it was gonna be like a last year thing where signed on the first day of the season in the morning. But you go through the reports, it looks like it got pretty nasty with egos getting to it. I think it really got nasty for Jerry because it looks like Michael Parsons, he was looking to find a doctor to basically say that his back was injured. Now we all know, wink, 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 his back wasn't hurt.
Mm-hmm.
He had the my I don't got a contract back spasm. Every player gets them when
Yep.
we contract. Yeah, I ain't got a contract back spasm, and he was holding in. Technically, you can't hold out a training camp anymore because you get fined. So to counter that, there's a hold in where you got an ankle injury, you got that hamstring from hell, some people call it. And we was getting close to the beginning of the season, and looks like Michael was trying to miss games. But in order to get paid, even with missing games, he needed a doctor to tell him that he has back spasms, which granted, he was probably gonna find that doctor. He got the money to do it. The agent has the resources to make that happen. So I think that was probably the last straw. We might as well start from the beginning. Apparently, Jerry Jones and Micah had a handshake deal, $40 million for a year back in March. Michael's like, oh, cool, bet. I like it. Hit my agent up. Apparently, Jerry didn't even hit his agent up. And also, apparently, when David heard what the terms was, David told Michael, like, bro, don't sign that because it was like a 6-year deal, $40 million, very team friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Like David, one of the best agents in the NFL, was like, nah, bro, don't do that. Got to the point where multiple people got signed. The price just went up, but I'm very disappointed, very shocked. Like I said, I was asleep. I got like 10 text messages, 5 phone calls from different people.
Deal.
Like, bro, you see Micah got traded? It was upsetting. Um, in terms of the what we received for him, that was obviously it wasn't a lot. 2 first round picks, Kenny Clark.
He got three. He's a three-time Pro Bowler.
Oh, I got you. I
Okay,
understand.
my man. My man. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It wasn't a lot, but it wasn't a lot because of the timing. If you'd have traded him back in March, they would have got a boatload of crap for him. But because it's a week before the season and the Green Bay Packers had to get him a new contract, that lowered the price a little bit. Still 2 first round picks, Kenny Clark. Now, the thing about Kenny, he's absolutely what we needed. Now he's 29, he'll be 30 soon. He's absolutely what we needed because we couldn't stop a nosebleed when it comes to stopping the run.
Mm-hmm.
He's a run stopper, but we had to give up a generational talent to get a run stopper. On the other hand, the Green Bay Packers, I don't know. I know it's 47 million a year, which blows out what who was the last defender that got it
Um,
was not
TJ
Miles, it was Miles Garrett.
and
Trey
TJ
Hendrickson
Watt.
got 30.
I Trey.
TJ got like 42. Trey just got 30, which wasn't nothing. He just got 30. He just got a little bit of a raise, which blows out TJ Watts. And technically, Micah Parsons is now getting paid more than Patrick Mahomes at 45 a year. So the
Yes.
contract's crazy.
Yep, 4 years, 188 million, 120 guaranteed,
47 a year. So
and
that's the crazy.
136 and it was 120 signing bonus, fully guaranteed, and a signing and 136 million total guarantees. Whew.
A lot of money. That was a
Whew.
big contract, a huge contract. Obviously, Green Bay, they going for it this year. This hurts the Dallas Cowboys a lot. Now, we got some cap space, but we can't do nothing with it because the season starts tomorrow. Or it starts next week. So
Ooh, man.
at the end of the day, this was just GM malpractice. You should have got the man signed last year, March, April. And then you let egos get involved. You seeing stuff in the media, pissing off your player, pissing off the agent, got the man traded. At this point, man, I'm just ready for the season to get started, and I hope Micah don't do too much damage against us on week 4. This, Dak is your boy. Don't do him too dirty. You don't gotta do him too dirty.
Don't you? Okay, so let me ask you this: if you're the other members of the Cowboys, the players, how you looking at Jerry right now?
I mean, they probably already didn't look at him too highly because of how it was playing out in general. I'm sure CD don't look at him too highly because he was in the same boat. He got his money. Dak same way. They understand it's a business. I'm sure today, the first couple of days of practice is gonna be, man, it's some BS. But they getting paid a lot of money to play football and to win games. Hopefully by next Thursday, they're locked back in. But right now they hype. Who wouldn't be? Your boy get traded for some nonsense that shouldn't have happened. But it is what it is. Like I said, Ken Clark's a good player, Pro Bowler, 29, what we needed. It's not gonna help us. Those 2 first-round picks, not gonna help us. The Packers is probably gonna be, I'd be surprised if it's higher than a 24th overall pick, 24th pick. So I don't know, man.
Um, does this change your expectations of your team now, of what the season is going to be?
I mean, not necessarily. I
Okay.
still think we can make the playoffs. I would like us to make it to the NFC Championship game. Do I think it's going to happen? No. Didn't think that before the Micah Parsons got traded. But our defense wasn't that great. It was great when he was great at pass rush.
Mm-hmm.
We were a great pass rush team. We've been a great pass rush team since Michael Parsons there. But since Michael Parsons been there, we haven't been great at stopping the run. Not Michael Parsons' fault, but we have not been great at stopping the run. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I didn't expect our defense to be that great. I knew we was gonna have to be like the Bengals. Dak Prescott was gonna have to try to win games 45-40. We got CD Lamb, we got George Pickens. We ain't got a running game, so we'll have to figure that part out as the season goes on. But we got to win games 45-40.
Whew, whew, y'all turning into Cincinnati out here.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, y'all don't got a Burrow or anyways. Diggs, I ain't gonna lie to you. With all the Michael Parsons situation, I forgot Diggs was hurt.
Yeah, he was hurt, but he might be ready for week 1, definitely week 2.
I forgot. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I forgot all about Diggs was hurt. I just assumed he was back, but he's not 100% back. He might not even, like you said, might not play the week 2 or 3. Maybe week 1. It is a chance he have to play week 1. I ain't gonna lie, man. I got the notification and I said, what? They really? Because you assumed, because Jerry does this all the time. You just assumed he was gonna take care of business with Micah. It was just the assumption. I knew it was gonna hold out, and I knew Micah was gonna get paid, but I didn't think it was gonna be about the Packers. I just thought it was gonna be about y'all. Jerry was gonna put his foot in his mouth, send the check over. check was gonna clear because it's Dallas. Y'all got money. The check gonna clear. It ain't like Cincinnati. I heard question if they could pay everybody. Cincinnati didn't even deserve that shot. He didn't deserve that shot. But as far as compensation, like you said, it's because it's late. I think it's late, and also you said the contract. But I don't know if he had got traded earlier, how much better it would have been. I think y'all would have got more picks.
I think we got more picks. I think it would have been mostly all picks.
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly all picks. It probably been because I literally because this trade it reminded me. I don't know how, but when the first trades that came to my mind was when Khalil Mack got traded from the Raiders to the Chicago Bears. And I have the exact compensation that the Raiders got from Chicago. They got 2 first-round picks, a 2019 first-round pick, a 2020 first-round pick. They got a 2030 third-round pick and a 2019 sixth-round pick. So they got more picks. We just got 2 first-round picks. It hasn't been said what years they are. I'm assuming 2026 and 2027. And we got Kenny Clark. But also Chicago received, not only did they get Khalil Mack, they got a second-round pick and a conditional fifth-round pick. So there's a lot more going back and forth. So it was similar to me. So, but man, at this point, I'm ready to get the season going, so I can just watch some football, man. Just try to get it past me.
Well, like you said, I don't think expectations change that much. I did get a solid player in return. Maybe not to the quality of Micah Parsons, but y'all did get a solid, y'all did get a solid player in return. But like you said, we're gonna leave your Dallas Cowboys alone. We gonna switch over to seasons that's actually starting. The
Green Bay of all people, man. The team
that's on your schedule.
It's on our schedule, but it's probably one of your biggest rivals. I don't know if you watched the Dallas Cowboy documentary. I doubt you did. The documentary on Netflix, but it talks about the glory days of the '90s, but it does towards the end of the documentary it talks about recent history. And Jerry described the loss to the Green Bay Packers 2 years ago as the worst loss he's ever felt. And he felt, and people say that loss probably broke Jerry, broke the franchise, and you give away your best player to the team that did that to you. Pretty crazy to me.
Giveaway. No, y'all get something.
Okay, you didn't give it away, but you traded them.
Yeah, I know. But I haven't watched the doc. I heard it was good. I ain't gonna sit here and pretend like I'm gonna watch it. It had Dallas in the title. I chose otherwise. Before we go to the college football, what were some of the messages you got? Was they teasing you messages, or was it some people concerned about you?
Most of it was LOL. I told you Micah was gonna get traded. Dion, did you see Micah just got traded? My mom. I heard Micah got traded. Was he good? One more. Jerry is silly, man. Why would he trade Micah? Y'all a property franchise. Y'all ain't never gonna win the Super Bowl.
Hey, man, shout out to your mama. That sounds like something my mama would do. Yes, sounds right. Shout out to your mama. Real talk, man. That's something my mama would do. She be like, "Oh, yeah, I saw that on the. What is that? What happened there?" Then I got explained to her. Then she asked questions. She like, are you okay?" It sounds like something my mama would do, man. So shout out to your mama. But yeah, man, I just was wondering because when I saw it, I did text you, but I was just like, all right, so I guess we got to do 2 pies now. I thought we were just gonna get wrestling and get up out of here.
Yeah. It's because my phone hasn't blown up this much about the Cowboys since that fateful playoff game against Green Bay. My phone got tore to bits that day.
Green Bay just making your phone blow up, boy. And you said it's a little rivalry there. But like you said, man, we're gonna switch over. We're gonna switch over to people that's actually starting to play. You know what I'm saying? We had week 0 last week. Shout out to Western Kentucky, took care of business. Iowa State and Kansas State was a good game, even though the weather was crazy over there.
That's the second time out there too that the weather's been bad. I don't know what's going on.
Not yeah, thank it's like Florida. island. They surrounded by water
Yeah.
on both sides, so it's always going to be raining. But I like, but besides that, the Iowa State and Kansas State, the match was good. But we got to go into the marquee matchups this week, starting off with 1 versus 2. I can't remember the last time one
One
versus
versus
two.
one
Has,
versus three. One versus
well,
three.
three. Sorry, 1 versus 3. I can't remember the last time I ever seen that, especially not to start off the season. But I don't even remember to be in the season except for like a conference game in the SEC. But like I said, Texas and Ohio State is playing this weekend. Yeah, who you got? What you think about the matchup?
I mean, I got Texas. I think Ohio State gonna have a little bit of a we won the championship hangover last year. They'll snap back out of it after this game. But Texas, even though it's in Ohio State, I got Texas. I think Texas is the real deal. Outside of Penn State, I think Texas is the second favorite to win the championship from my perspective. So I got Texas. And Ohio State got a new quarterback. Let's see if he's ready for the bright lights.
So this is a very SEC Big Ten. Who is going to dominate this year? And I think the Big Ten as a conference needs this win.
Yep.
SEC as a conference needs the championship. But as far as this particular game, I think the Big Ten needs this win. But as far as teams, we break it down to the teams. I have more faith in Texas winning this game than I do Ohio State. Because the main reason you pointed out already is the quarterback. You got to see what the quarterback is going to do. We know he got weapons around him.
Yeah, probably the best weapon of anybody could have in college football at the moment.
Yeah, so I have more faith, even though it's on the road. I still have more faith in Texas winning this matchup than I do Ohio State. So I'm gonna go with Texas in this one as well. Another top 10 matchup: number 4 Clemson versus 9 LSU.
The battle of the Death Valleys. LSU has not won a season opener game since they won the national championship in 2019. So they desperately want to win this one. A lot of people love Garrett Nussmeier. You're one of them. No, I think you have him as your Heisman.
My Heisman winners in this. So I'm gonna be watching this.
So, but it's tough. K Club niggas getting a lot of love. It's in Clemson. I'm just not a big believer in Brian Kelly, so I think I'm gonna go with Clemson. Barely though.
We thinking alike. I'm going with Clemson, but I don't think it's gonna be because of Nussmeier messing it up. I think Clemson is just going to win because they're at home.
Yep.
That's the only reason I'm going with Clemson is because they at home, and I got faith. I got faith in Covenant. Did I say his name right?
K Covenant, yep.
K Covenant. I just want to make sure I said that. I don't want to disrespect that brother, but I got faith in him to carry his team over the finish line. That being said, Nussmeier, I still gonna have him winning the Heisman. I'm starting to wait. So we did the prediction pod a couple weeks ago, and I think I had LSU and Georgia in the championship.
Yeah. Rethinking it, huh?
Yeah, but I was listening to, I forget who I was listening to, but they talked about how everybody loves Arch Manning, but Bomani. Everybody loves Arch Manning. He's only started 2 games.
Yep.
He done played in multiple games, but he's only started 2 games. And of course, he played well in those games, but he didn't play
lights out.
He played. You ain't look at him the same way you looked at Cam Newton.
Nope.
And he never won that job over yours. And then they asked one of the receivers who throws a better ball, and they said the receivers had no comment.
This season, like it was this off season?
This season, going into this season, I feel like that's telling because yours is in the NFL now. He made a 53-man roster.
Yeah, I believe. I don't know if he made. He's definitely on a practice squad.
Okay.
He went to the Dolphins. It's crazy because going into last season, Quinn was my QB. My QB1. Obviously, he fell out of that. He ended up being like a 6 or 7-round pick.
Yeah,
I thought he had it. I mean, I'm not a QB evaluator. I just know look a little. I just watch some games every now and then. But That I think that was a little telling too. People say like Quinn was like a 6th round pick, and Arch couldn't beat out Quinn, and y'all talking about this might be the first overall pick. So
Yeah, but I also don't know if that was a coach's decision of we still gonna bring you along slow. So
yeah,
it could be two factors in that. But your receiver going into this season said no comment. I don't know. That
he
could
could have
be.
gave a diplomatic answer. Hey, Quinn throws a pretty ball, but Arch is my guy now. Something like that.
You could have said anything, but you said no comment. That could have been shade on either side, right? But it feels like it's more shade on Arch.
Because he's your quarterback right now. Because
He
usually,
he's the one throwing you the ball. He's the one throwing you the ball on Saturdays now. You hear what I'm saying? So why you no commenting him?
yeah,
That's just me. All right, Notre Dame versus Miami, another top 10 matchup. Is this whole real quick? You can predict in a minute. This whole Notre Dame and ACC, it gives good matchups, but it's like Notre Dame, we heard, but we not heard. Just remember that.
yeah. Because they in the ACC in basketball.
They in the ACC and damn near every other sport. But when it comes to football, hey, we guarantee y'all we gonna play some games. We heard, but we ain't heard. It guarantee it does generate some money because you get the Notre Dame product, you get eyes
Yeah,
on it. So you can, as ACC, you can sell that to your your TV partnerships. But it maybe it's me. You can tell me if I'm wrong. It does feel kind of like uh,
yeah.
make as I'm not as the business side of it, I understand it, but I'm not looking at this for the business. I'm just looking at it for being a fan. Yeah, it gives you some key matchups, but it also gives you Notre Dame versus Stanford. They gonna play anyway, so they don't
Yeah,
really. They gonna
yeah.
Notre Dame and Cal. Are we looking forward to a Notre Dame and Cal matchup?
Nope.
Nobody. Notre Dame and SMU. Come on now. And SMU's good. Unlike no shade, SMU is good. Their defense might be a little questionable this year, but they a good team. But are you looking forward to a Notre Dame SMU matchup?
Nah, but I am looking forward to a Notre Dame versus Miami matchup strictly because of the history between the two teams. You know, you got the U. If you watch the 30 for 30, the U, the Catholics versus convict rivalry was
Mm-hmm.
very prominent. I'm gonna have to go with the Catholics on this one though. I got Notre Dame, mostly because I don't believe in Carson Beck and I don't believe in Miami's coach. Uh,
I'm gonna go with Miami. I'm picking our home team. That's well. Why am I doing this? I'm gonna go with Miami because what you said. You know how I got my you better win, Carson Beck. You better win because they done paid you a lot of money.
He's one of the highest paid quarterbacks in college football.
You got a Lamborghini sitting outside your crib.
That's
You know what happened with that one. But you better win. You better have a good game. They paid you all this money to
you
come
got to have
south.
a good season.
Yeah, true. But I'm saying this is a big game at home. This is a big game at home, and it's starting your season. You can't have no, 18 for 32 or 18 for 30 for 188 yards with a touchdown and two interceptions. You can't have that in this game. Carson Beck has to ball out in this game because that's what they pay for. This is one of those you better win because now they going like you said, and now people gonna be looking at the head coach like, see, I recruited dude and gave dude all his bread, and he can't beat Notre Dame.
Yep. He and it's tough for him too because he's coming after Ken Ward, who very well was a Heisman contender, first quarterback taken, obviously very good. I don't think he's gonna be Ken Ward. I mean, who's gonna be that? But you got to be good. And like speaking of bad QB evaluations, I had Quinn Ewers as my QB1. I wish I remember who did, but there was a way too early mock draft of last year. This time they had Carson Beck as number 1. So I mean, it's not just me. I'm not the only one bad at QB evaluation. Just saying, but
Yeah, and Carson Beck still in college.
yeah, but yeah, I agree with you. Carson Beck, he needs to win. Notre Dame, they bringing out a new quarterback, a CJ Carr, if I'm not mistaken, is his name.
Mm-hmm.
But they got Mr. Love in the backfield, who's an excellent running back, who's a Heisman contender. He should be very good. The defense still should be good. And Marcus Freeman, damn good coach, getting better every year. He just if as long as he doesn't have a Northern Illinois blunder like he did last season, or a Stanford blunder like he did 2 seasons ago, he'll be good. He'll be good this season.
All right, cool. Before we get out here, any other games that caught your eye besides before we gonna
One
end
that
hard?
catches my eye, I'm glad you asked me. I was gonna bring it up. Alabama, Florida State. Now Alabama should win, but the reason why this caught my eye, Florida State they got a new transfer quarterback from Boston College, Thomas Cass. I ain't about to butcher
I
my
know who you're
name.
talking about. Watched them last
He's
year.
been talking cash in the media, specifically about how he's like Alabama's defense ain't much. He said Florida State's defense is the best defense I'm gonna see all year. Talking about in practice, he's basically talking a lot of cash. I want to see if he's going to back it up. He's a solid quarterback. Is he great? No. He's an athletic guy, a little bit on the smaller side. Not the best arm. Mostly, college quarterback that relies a little bit more on his legs than his arm, but he's solid for college. But you're going up against Alabama. There's about 5, 6 pros on that defense. I want to see if you're going to do something. That game I'm looking forward to that game. It's at 3:30. I'll be I don't know if I'm gonna be watching it fully, but I'll be flipping to that channel checking them out.
Yeah, my dog, bro. But I'm saying, bro, you know what Florida State looked like last year.
Yeah.
And you said Alabama should win this game. Come on, bro. You know Alabama gonna win this game. Hey, come on, man. You know you talking about some should. You know Alabama gonna win this game.
Yeah.
And
It might get ugly too.
it's in
That Florida
Tallahassee.
State too.
It's in Tallahassee. I'm going Alabama by 3 touchdowns.
Good point. All right.
Until I see Florida State do it, I'm gonna pick them to lose. I ain't gonna say every game, but they gonna lose a lot of games, and they definitely losing to Alabama. Because last time I checked, Alabama, the coach is no longer there.
Nope.
But Alabama is still Alabama. And I'm trying to think, what's the young dude's name? The wide receiver. I can't think of his name.
Ryan Williams.
Thank you. He still line up for them.
Yep.
I'm wrong. Dude up in Ohio State's cold. He 1A.
There go 1B right there though in
It's a
Alabama.
1B right there too. You know what I'm saying? It might be 1A, 1B. You pick who you want, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So I'm going Alabama.
Huh?
Not just because of what Alabama got on their roster, but because of what I seen Florida State do last year.
Good guys.
Until I see otherwise, I am picking Alabama. Old Dominion versus Indiana. I want Old Dominion to win. I know it's in Indiana. No reason. Yeah, I don't have nothing else. Just as that. I want Old Dominion to win. Why? Because I don't like Indiana. I don't really feel right about Indiana and basketball. But when it comes to football, they deserve. Go ahead.
You still mad they bought them that series out between us, ain't you? Still mad.
And then they got in the playoff last year, knowing they shouldn't have been in the playoff.
Yeah, it is what it is. Speaking of hater watch, Nebraska versus Cincinnati tomorrow at 9. I'll be watching that. I don't wish him the man's to lose his job, but Scott Satterfield, that seat is hot. You gotta do something this year. You gotta do something for 2-something this year. Because you're struggling. And this is probably your last season if you don't show something. Nebraska got a good quarterback. They got a good team. Matt Rule, usually always that third year is what stuff starts to happen. But I'm gonna be hating on Cincinnati. I'm gonna be hate watching. I mean, I already don't like Cincinnati in general, but the fact that y'all got Scott Satterfield makes me hate watch a little bit more. And then the other game that I'll probably be watching more tomorrow is Georgia Tech versus Colorado, just strictly for Coach Prime and seeing what he's got cooked up this year. And Haynes King, I like Haynes King game. Me and my friend called him a poor man's Riley Leonard, but he's a little bit tougher from our perspective.
Look, Riley Leonard. All right, cool. All right, Utah, UCLA. That's gonna be my late night game when I'm sitting drinking and I'm up just for no reason.
Yeah.
I'm always gonna have 11 o'clock game. You know, I'm always gonna have 11 o'clock game. The 2 Sunday games. Besides Notre Dame and Miami, Virginia Tech and South Carolina, and then Monday is TCU versus UNC. Bill
Uh,
Belichick get his kickoff. Who you thinking?
what TCU? I forgot. I remember the name. The coach is on the tip of my tongue. But what did he do to 2 years ago? He got Coach Prowl's first game, and now he gets Bill Belichick's first game. What'd he do? What
Is that Sonny Dykes?
Sonny? It might be up Sonny Dykes. That's what it is. He went to the national championship game, and they rewarded him with Coach Prowl's first game, and then they're about to reward him with Coach Belichick's first college game. I don't know what he did, but hey, congratulations, I guess.
Yeah, that's Sonny Dykes. But yeah, I think Bill Belichick gonna stop.
I got TCU. I got TCU winning that game. Bill
Ooh.
Belichick. They
You ain't
ain't
got no
got
faith?
there yet. They ain't got the team's not there yet.
Okay. Okay.
Team's
That's
not there.
fair. That's fair. That's fair. And then like I said before,
I want to give a shout out to UNC. I have a nephew who committed to play for UNC. I hope UNC plays Louisville some point next season so I can see him play. Hey, but shout out to my nephew.
hey man, Chapel Hill ain't that long of a ride. You gonna ride over there? Eight, 9. It took me 8 hours to get to my sister.
Yeah.
I think it take 45 minutes to get from their house to Chapel Hill. So yeah, about 9 hours. You can swing it. Yeah, you can swing. Matter of fact, my uncle still works at Chapel Hill Hospital. But like I said, before we get out of here, we gotta talk about we're playing Eastern Kentucky. U of L's playing Eastern Kentucky.
Yeah, I plan on being drunk by the third quarter.
Well, damn.
Because I plan on us busting up by at least 3 touchdowns by the third quarter.
I tell you that I am concerned. I think we're going to win the game, but I think we're going to start out sluggish. And I don't think it's going. I think it'll get to 3 touchdowns, but you said about a third. I'm thinking it'll be late in like midway through the fourth. We get a turnover or something, and it'd be like, all right, cool, we gonna ice this out.
Okay.
I hope I'm wrong, but every time I got high expectations for U of L,
You got high expectations this season?
man, Dion, I think we might. I know I didn't want to predict it on the pod when we did it. I gave reasons for everybody else. Dion, I really think we could lose. We might only lose 1 or 2 games. I even think it's possible for us to go undefeated. I don't see us undefeated as that big of a reach because I guess I can talk about this here. It's what this place I should talk about it. Our schedule is weak.
Mm-hmm.
It's very weak. We Eastern Kentucky. We got James Madison. I mean, I know we played them people.
We got 3 hard games.
Got three hard games, and I think one of Clemson's at home.
Yep.
And you know what I'm saying? We play the people in blue at the end of the year, but I don't really count.
I ain't worried about them. That's not one of my hard games. It's SMU, Clemson, and Miami.
Yeah. And hell, they might lose. The team in blue might lose to Toledo tomorrow. I mean, yeah, tomorrow. They might lose to Toledo tomorrow. So, yeah. But I really feel like we have that's why I said 1, maybe 2. Because I think we'll beat SMU. I think we might lose that Miami game. If I'm being unbiased, I think we might lose that Miami game. The rest of the games, I feel like we should win. And the only reason I'm picking the Clemson game as a win is because we're at home. Now, if we was on the road, it'd be a different story. Even though we did go to Clemson last year and take care of business, but it would be a different story. I'm going to predict I won't say 11-1, but Louisville always trip up, so I'm gonna go 10-2.
That's correct because I'm not that high on the season. I want my wish and hope is just to make the playoffs. I would like an ACC championship appearance. Cool. I'm not big on it. I just want to make the playoffs and get in the playoffs. Once they say if you get in the dance, that's all you want is just to get in the dance. I also want us to go 1-2 against that 3-game stretch. The Clemson, SMU, and Miami. 1-2. That's what I think we can do. And I also feel like it's happened every year. We lose to a team that we have no business losing to. So I really have us losing 3 games, 9-3. That's what I'm expecting. The floor is 9 or 8-4, which I hope we don't do 8-4, but I think that's the floor. My expectation is 9-3. I think we should finish 10-2, 11-1. I mean, okay.
But like you said, you talked about the college football playoff. I think for us to make the college football playoff, we can't really afford to lose 2 ACC games. So that's why
they got to be close. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying just to get into the playoffs, because then you looking at what if, especially if let's say we lose to Clemson and Miami, and then neither one of them lose. Those are our two losses. We're not getting in the championship because we're gonna have to win our conference because our schedule is so weak.
At least get to the championship. Yeah, yeah.
We're going, yeah. Cause so our schedule is weak, and then you see what happened. Reason Indiana last year schedule was weak. They beat who was in front of them that they were supposed to beat, but their schedule was weak. So when they got to the playoffs, lunch meat. So they gonna probably this year they gonna. I feel like they be a little more selective, and with a weak schedule,
they might. But yeah, I'm a little sad. This is probably one of the first years in a long time. You know, I'm honestly more excited for Louisville basketball than I am Louisville football. I'm always excited for Louisville football. I'm a football guy, but I'm really excited for Louisville basketball. I got high expectations for Louisville basketball, but we'll get there when that time comes.
we'll get there when that time come up. But yeah, man, thank y'all for listening to another episode of From My Perspective, presented by Mixed Bass Media or whatnot. Follow all the podcasts up under the Mixed Bass Media umbrella. We got Mixed Bass, we got Hold Up and another thing. We got This the Cowboys with KNS. And then we got Hold Please, I Said What I Said. And then make sure y'all check out all the YouTube pages and the TikToks. You know what I'm saying? We do got a From My Perspective TikTok. It is From My Perspective pod. So make sure you add the pod at the end. And then like I said, it's your boy Mr. Bell. Don't take them home. Look, I don't used to do this on this pod. I just show
I'm
up
in
here.
mourning. We'll be back to normal next episode.
But yeah, man, I ain't used to doing this. But yeah, that's Dion, man. We catch y'all later.